So Mr. Chromed Skullface asks the question, who would win, Freddy Krueger or the Hellraiser? Which I'm guessing he means Pinhead is what he means by that. Freddy Krueger or Pinhead. Now with Freddy Krueger, I've done him. I think actually, I only did one fight with him. I think. Yeah, I only had one fight with Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger is a child murderer and molester. He was burned by the parents of the victims, and he was brought back. He made a deal with dream demons and became a dream demon. He became the Sandman. He lives in the dream world. He kills you in your sleep. Now, Freddy Krueger, the question is not what Freddy Krueger can do. The question is more like what he can't do. When he is in the dream world, he is nigh unstoppable. Because that's his domain. He can literally reality warping or dream warping, I guess you could say. Basically, warping the reality of your dream to his whim, to his will, however you want, or however he wants. He can do whatever he wants, however he wants, whenever he wants. But really, one of the big keys to that is he feeds off the fear of others. He gets stronger from the fear of others. It makes him more powerful. In fact, he in the Nightmare 3, he stole the souls of people who he killed and all that to make himself even stronger. I mean, he carries a glove hand. Here's the thing, though. Even if you're not afraid of him, he can kill you still. He's still capable of killing you. Um, so long as you even know of his existence. That's the thing. He needs people to actually know about your existence and spread the fear, basically, to at least continue to exist. Otherwise, that's basically why they in Freddy vs. Jason they explain in the beginning how they got rid of him. It's like, nope, they forgot about me. That's basically it. They figured out a way to forget about me. But the minute you say his name out loud, you mean hear his name, you immediately know his name, and therefore he's there. But when you bring him into the real world, which is possible, if you can physically grab him in your dreams and wake up, you can actually bring him into the real world. He has some limited reality warping in the real world. Like he was able to summon flames. I think he's able to do some minor shape shifting. I think he's got like a minor healing capability, but nothing serious. Other than that, though, it's he possessed the body of that kid in Elm Street 2. But that's a different way of getting into the real world. Trying to think here. Other than that, though, if you bring him into the real world, in the real world scenario, there are ways he's no more really tougher than any guy his build. He can be killed. In the dream world, it's not impossible actually to beat him in the dream world. You just have to be. Here's the thing. I was like, why has no one ever wished for themselves to be like indestructible or something like that? It's like they all have this like, I'm beautiful and bad. It's like why do you think that's gonna stop Freddy? Huh? At least the nerd kid thought he was a magician and could use magic, but no, that didn't work either. So yeah, I'm a I don't know why anyone ever was like, oh, or was like, I'm just immortal. I've got a healing factor. I'm Superman. As of course he turned the kryptonite, but you get my point. Think if you can actually lucid dream and control your dream, think. Instead of just like, oh yeah, I'm beautiful and bad. Doesn't do a damn thing in this case. Anywho, so but if you could theoretically outdream him, I guess, if you could control the dream to your benefit to a greater degree than him, then you could beat him. Now, Pinhead is a being known as a Cenobite. I believe I remember a Cenobite. Let me just, I'm going to get Pinhead up right now just to double check. Double Pinhead, and that way I can see now. Pinhead. Not Pinhead Larry, whatever that is. Hellraiser Wiki. Pinhead. Now, Pinhead is... He's also known as the Hell Priest, Zype Topek, or Totek, Elliot Spencer, and Larry. Okay. I'm just trying to see. Pinhead is also known as the Hell. Okay. Character history. Pinhead is one of various installments scripted original. I believe he's a demon of some kind. I know that. And he has a legion of things called Cenobites on him. But point being beyond that, we're not using the Cenobites. We're just using him. And he's kind of like he is. I know he's a demon, like a demon of punishment or something. Like the original villain is not the leader of the Cenobites, and well, he's okay. That's a different thing entirely. Scary memorable quotes. Yeah, I get this stuff, but is there powers and abilities I can get here? No, they actually don't give me anything on that. So let me go to a different page. Let's see, Pinhead Hellraiser Wiki. Let's try that. There we go. That's better. He okay. He's a Leviathan. He's Leviathan's favorite Cenobite. Oh no, he is a Cenobite. Okay, sorry. Among all these franchises, by the way, as you know right now, as you can tell, I've never actually really watched much of the Hellraiser. This is one of the ones I can't get behind. I'm not big on the whole torture aspect of shit. But point being is that yes, he is a Cenobite, but he's also he's like the head Cenobite among them. I do know in terms of like personality and stuff like that he is extreme. He's a sadist. He's sadist pure. He loves pain, loves causing it, all that stuff. And then we have pictures of him in all these movies. You got to be kidding me! Come here. Where is those damn powers and abilities? Yep. You'd think, Brent, that you would look this crap up before you start the video. But no, now you're taking your viewers on a wild goose chase right now. And yeah, seriously, how hard is it to find powers and abilities with this guy? Why don't we try this? Powers and abilities. Powers. There we go. Pinhead powers. Alright, there we go. Is leader of ability. Sorry. There we go. Finally. Jesus. Personality, by the way, they actually have it here. Apparently, he was also a Nazi originally. Personality took place intended, articulate, intelligent, was initially not very well received. Well, too bad. It works better that way. This guy, a half Hellraiser, very persuasive and inventive. Can be reasonable and bargained with, so there is that. We got offered souls at one point in his demonic incarnations. Because when the priest, a club owner says Jesus Christ, he says not quite. So he's got a sense of humor as well. Anyway, point being, powers and abilities. Sorry about that. Pinhead is an extremely powerful being, and as such, he has several supernatural abilities. His preferred method of attack is by summoning hooks and chains to mutilate victims. That much I knew. Often pulling victims in several directions, tearing them apart. These chains are subject to total mental control, and he may direct them at will. The chains may even change shape and having attached to a victim. Pinhead is highly resistant to damage, and a direct assault. Highly resistant to damage and direct assault, being able to resist both gunshots and futuristic energy weapons. His magic is also used for creating objects out of thin air, teleporting, creating explosions at distance, and deceiving opponents with illusions. He's capable of creating other Cenobites from both living and dead victims. In order to act in the physical world, Pinhead needs to have been purposely summoned through the Lament configuration or the puzzle box. Through this in itself is not usually enough for Pinhead to target the puzzle solver. Pinhead stops the Cenobite in Hellbound to Hellraiser 2. Pinhead stops the Cenobites from torturing an emotionally traumatized girl who was manipulated as a proxy into opening the configuration, remarking, "It is not hands that call us, it is desire." Meaning he's not going to just unnecessarily torture someone who maybe wasn't at fault theoretically. So there's like some sort of code, I guess they kind of adheres to. In Hell on Earth, he finds a way to temporarily eliminate these restraints or wreak havoc indiscriminately upon every human subject he encounters until he finally is defeated. During this incident, his powers are apparently expanded beyond their normal limits, allowing him to physically warp reality to his will. Fascinating. Pinhead, at first, has no memory of his human past, though it is reminded of in Hellraiser 2, which results in the screenwriter described as him being spiritually weakened and subsequently killed by... Okay, so... I guess being reminded of his human past weakened him. That is hey, you were once human. Okay, I guess. Now the question is, who wins the fight? Now I know that when it comes to actually fighting supernatural beings, Pinhead's not all that powerful. In fact, Pinhead's actually lost like low-level Cenobites himself. But he was more just like, okay, let's see how that goes for you. It didn't go great. Okay, I'm gonna, do what I need to do and, come back into the fray. So the question is, could Freddy beat him? Could he beat Freddy? Well, again, how does this fight break down? As far as I know, unlike with somebody like Pennywise, who does sleep when I put him against Freddy Krueger, I don't think the Cenobites sleep at all, so you can't really have him dreaming and have him in the dream world, though theoretically he could exist in the dream world. So it's gonna have to be a scenario then where Freddy is able to come into the real world in some way, shape, or form. So let's say Krueger again comes into the real world and attacking the girls and whatever, and then it turns out the girl had opened it, and then it's like, you answer, we came, who are you? It's like, who are you? And it's like, these kids are mine. And then it's like, back off, Pinhead, and back off. Maybe he'll even call it, it's like, back off, Pinhead. It's like, yes, but what? That's my name, Pinhead. Oh, well, whatever. Back off, and just throw something at him with like some reality where we throw something that skewers him, and Pinhead's just like, oh, such pain is exquisite. Clearly, you have a corrupted hand at the task. Drops the bite, but it stands like in midair and then turns into a change. Comes in at Freddy. Freddy maybe actually knocks away. Just chings like, "Who are you?" And then maybe fires a little fire at Pinhead. Pinhead's like, burns. Like, it's like, you'll fight. I've come from hell, burned. I've come from hell, man. Or hell, man. I've come straight from hell itself. You think this fire burns? I will show you burning. Then all of a sudden, chains come out and hit Freddy. I will show you pain. I will show you desire. I will show you everything that eternity has to offer. He's scaring Freddy. We have such sights to show you. Despite the fact I've not really watched Hellraiser, I do know lines from Hellraiser. We'll tear your soul apart. And then Freddy's like, not unless I tear yours first. And all of a sudden, using his abilities. Because let's be clear, everyone's still afraid. So he still can feed off that to a degree. He actually takes the chains that are stabbing him and then just throws them at Pinhead. Pinhead's actually able to stop them. But then he realizes that Freddy turned them into snakes. And let's be clear, I may be giving Freddy a little leeway in the reality warping thing here, but we gotta give him some leeway. Point made, it turns into snake. All of a sudden, they now lash on the Pinhead, and Pinhead's just like, off me, serpents. And then, he's just like, and then all of a sudden, Freddy comes in, just slashes. I was like, you dashed. And it's like, how you think you're. And then Freddy just like, yeah, I do. And, just starts stabbing. And again, against an actual supernatural foe, I don't believe Pinhead's ever really been that good at fighting someone who's actually capable of doing similar shit that he can do. So, Freddy would, Freddy would be something that he's not used to. Doesn't have a ready answer to. So Freddy keeps stabbing. But the Pinhead is eventually able to get bring a couple more chains and hooks Freddy's hand. Freddy just and starts getting pulled back. He just decides to fucking cut his hand up, and then finally just grabs him straight through the head. Just, how do you like that, bitch? And just rakes straight through his skull. Shink. Now, as far as we know, he's not. I mean, he's already dead by all technical means, Pinhead. But would that theoretically kill him? I think it would definitely put him down. Whether you call that dead or not, like he'd go be sent back to hell or something. But and then the kids would probably just blow Freddy up or something like that. I don't know. That's what the hell. That's how they killed him. Freddy's dead. They literally put a stick of dynamite in him and blew him up. So yeah, I think I gotta give it to Freddy, but it's not by a close margin. Or by a close margin. I would go 60-40 in Freddy's favor. That's what I would do. So yeah, I'd say 60-40. There's definitely a scenario where Pinhead eventually just, strings him up and just, puts him full of chains and hooks and stuff like that, and he basically can't move at that point. But I mean, hey, if you think different, let me know. That's cool. Put in the comments below. I will not argue if you think different, honestly, because Freddy I have a good comprehensive knowledge on. Pinhead, obviously, as you could tell, not so much. But hey, again, if you think different, that's cool. Just being cool about it. Put it in the comments below. Let me know. Ideas for who would win, what ifs, superheroes, magics, anything I do on the channel, put those in the comments below. I'll get to those at some point as well. Seeing as this is Sunday, I'm putting this up. I got the 2 remaining who would wins for Halloween, which I already said it in the last video, but just preface it again. I've already set up the remaining who would wins for Halloween. So if you have any other Halloween themed who would wins you want me to do, I will not guarantee I'm getting to them this year. Maybe I'll save them for next year, or I'll get to one every now and then, like once a month or something like that. Besides that, I mean, I'm assuming when I put this up, I have yet to do box office. So box office will be up later today. And then I got the who would wins later on. And then, the week's about the same as always. Anyway, and of course, Thor Ragnarok this week. Finally, I've been hearing just awesome things. I want to go see Thor Ragnarok. Yes. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next